Everyone tells you to eat clean and avoid lots of processed foods, but nobody tells you how quickly that can lead to self-destruction. Initially, it wasn't that I didn't eat. It's that I restricted my diet so much to what I deemed healthy that I became miserable. In April of my sophomore year, when my weight was at an all-time high, I was miserable in my body and I knew something had to change. Through hours of internet research and word-of-mouth referral, I landed on the paleo diet. No dairy, sugar, gluten, carbs, sugary fruits, legumes, oil, salt, juice, and especially nothing processed. Of course, this seemed like the best thing for my body because I was finally about to become healthy. Gluten bad, vegetables good. Potatoes bad, almonds good. That is how my mind began functioning. Although I would still eat some of the foods in the designated non-paleo diet list, the consequences would be severe. An overwhelming amount of anxiety would come over me each time I ate a sandwich or saw someone putting olive oil on the cooking pan. This level of anxiety became so terrible that if one day I had a tuna sandwich or a hamburger for lunch, I refused to eat for the remainder of that day. No matter how hungry my body told me it was, I ignored it, drank water, and reminded myself of how unhealthy I ate that day. I ate unhealthy today is a phrase that I have used for most people to consider starve myself, a fear of food. Instead of monsters hiding under my bed or snakes, I have an increasingly alarming fear of food. Looking into what seems to be the mirror of a funhouse at a circus, grabbing any fat I could find on my body, reminding myself that I was the reason I looked like this is how I would start every single one of my days. Fearing what my body relies on to produce energy has not only affected my body image issues. If hating yourself so much to the point of attempted starvation is not enough, then what is? The less I ate, the worse my depression and anxiety became. The more I deprived my body, the more my mental health declined. I dreaded getting out of bed every morning knowing I would have to look in the mirror. The more I began to hate my body, the less I would try to eat and the more I would try to cover it up. Sitting in therapy session after therapy session, going through the anorexia workbook, knowing I was destroying my body was awful. The hungrier I got, the closer my binges became to each other. You have no self-control, I would tell myself daily whenever I determined that I had began binging. After said binges, I took it upon myself to attempt to not eat for as long as I possibly could. The longest I made it was 36 hours. Every time someone looked at me while I was eating, my heart began to race, my palms began to sweat, my breath quickened, and my legs started shaking. Anxiety attacks became a part of my daily ritual. Eat, feel awful, anxiety attack, feelings of isolation, repeat. Food consumed me. I quickly fell into a rabbit hole of mental instability. My struggle with body image created a whole realm of depression and anxiety that I did not know existed before. Sitting outside of a concert over the summer sobbing, refusing to eat, and Googling pills that make you skinny because I felt so awful and my skin was my wake-up call. Something needed to change, and it did. I began exercising more, not just the intense cardio I had previously done, but boxing and weight training. I took control of my body. I'm still nowhere near looking in the mirror and being satisfied with what I see, and after all of this, I'm doing pretty well. My eating habits became more consistent, and I've learned to push away the negative thoughts towards food. The message I want to relay to all of you is not to let anything consume you to the point of self-destruction. Whether it be food, a bad grade, a breakup, or even a mental disorder, never let it destroy you. I never thought I would be able to come out of the gutter I was stuck in, but I did, and so can you. Shout out, Miss LB. Without your constant support, I would never have achieved the academic success I have. Thank you for your nonstop support. I'm going to miss you so much next year. Mr. Williamson, Mr. Holloway, and Ms. Taylor, thank you all for pushing me to improve my writing and find solace in it. P.S. Mr. Williamson, thank you for always letting my writing be filled with teen angst. Ms. Rubin, you never gave up on my Spanish speaking skills. Without you, I would never have the courage to pursue taking a Spanish course at USC. Thank you for everything. Mrs. Hagee, whether it be your pep talks or your big hugs, you have been such a rock for me these past 2 years. Thank you for always reminding me to take a deep breath and not stress over my grades. I'm going to miss you so much next year. Miss Rib, you're watching this from New York, but without you, I would never have thought I could ever be good at science. I miss you so much. Please never forget how amazing Grey's Anatomy is. Sophie, Chick-fil-A Bay for life. I love you even though you thought EJ had a mullet. Menuiti, Raisin Day Tat. Nothing will beat our crazy memories over the past 5 years. You're gonna kill it wherever you are next year. Simone, you have been there through everything. I'm forever grateful for the roller coaster that is our friendship. I love you. Miss K, agreeing to be on staff in 8th grade might have been one of the best decisions I've ever made. I'm going to miss your sarcasm and life lesson so much next year. Miss Iceland, I have no words to describe the impact you have had on my life. Without you, I don't think I would be standing here today. Thank you for always being a second mom to me and for always making me feel like I'm important. Chris, we have the best medium long distance relationship ever. These past few months with you have been filled with the most happiness that I've ever experienced. I love you so much and I can't wait for Indonesia this summer. Crystal, I cannot come up with the words to describe how deep my love is for you. You're my best friend and a true gem in this world. My life wouldn't be the same without our crazy adventures. With you, I am everything, and without you, I am nothing.